Hey everyone, it's Nicole. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to make this vlog video thing while I'm cooking because we've just started to get new meals sent, boxed meals, whatever, meals sent by Plated. And I will actually have a video of my review of them up as soon as possible, to be honest. But anyway, it's my lunch break and I really wanted to make this one specific thing that we got. Let me see if I can find it. Vegetable ramen noodles is what I'm going to make because it looks amazing. And honestly, I just want to have a tasty lunch. So I'm going to bring you along because I have some things to update you on. So first update, probably the biggest one that's going on right now in our life. After 4.5 years, in my current workplace, I am leaving my job. I've been in this specific role for almost 4 years and working for this specific company for almost 5 years. And it's just time to move on. There are things that are in my control and then there are things that are out of my control. So at the end of the day, I am starting a new journey of, while it's scary, it's also something that, you know, we've been through before. My husband actually lost his job and I wasn't even working about 7 years ago. So we've been through this, nothing new. God has a plan, as he always does. You know, we have done some crazy things in our life because God said so, and they've always worked out better and more amazing than we could have ever imagined. Hopefully that also means that I will be able to upload more videos because I would really love to be able to have YouTube as a supplemental financial resource. So we'll see how that goes. If not, that's okay. There's always lots of things that I can do. I'm actually a pretty talented lady, in case you didn't know. Another update that's kind of an update, kind of not really. My oldest goes to college in a couple of months. In like a few months. Much sooner than I'm anticipating. When your oldest child goes to college, leaves your house, and goes to college, it's a thing that you just don't, you don't know how you're gonna feel, you don't know how to expect to feel, you don't know how, it's just so weird. Cut carrots crosswise on a diagonal into thin slices. Interesting. So those are two, I would say those are the biggest things that are going on right now in our life. My husband still works for the company that I no longer work for, and we're still planting our church. Lots of exciting things going on. So this is the first time in a long time that I've left a job. The last time I had a full-time job was when I was pregnant with Caleb, and he's 13, so you know. And I worked in a restaurant. I was a server, but I was also a corporate trainer, so I trained new employees and all that stuff. I opened 2 of the restaurants actually, where I was an opening trainer, which I loved that. That was so fun. Because I found that I really like people, which I don't know if that's something that comes across or not, but all right, have you ever just cooked food and realized that you cook way too much all the time? Like right now I'm preparing this plated meal and I have 3 carrots. That's it. That's all they gave me is 3 carrots. And I'm like, how is this gonna be enough? It's gotta be enough, right? Let's talk about what my dream job is, because why not? And also this video won't go out until a couple weeks after I've made it, because as of right now, I'm still employed. However, nobody knows. Well, a lot of people know, but I work with a lot of people. So everyone in my office knows, but all of the other people do not know. What are you chewing on? He brought a stick inside the house, like a legitimate stick. Kind of a log. Anyway, the mass of people that I work with do not know that I'm leaving, so can't put this out until they know. I want to work with people. I don't want to work with food. Ironic. I don't want to work with medical stuff. I want to not sit in an office ever again for as long as I live. Seriously, that's not something that fills my tank at all. All right, this is like a perfect carrot. I feel like Plated gets the perfect produce. I want to help people. I do not have a degree. I have a high school degree, but I don't have a college degree. And you know what? I don't feel bad about that. I don't look down on myself for that. I don't feel bad about it because you know what? Instead of going to college, I raised 3 kids. Me going to college, I don't know if I would have had kids, honestly, and that would have been one person out there in the world. But instead I raised 3 kids and now I'm sending 3 out there. So, you know, you give and you take. All right, I peeled these carrots. Now what do? Oh, I have to cut them crosswise on a diagonal into thin slices. I need my knife. My favorite knife is missing. Oh, no, it's not. I'm just blind. Every time I see one of these knives, even as like when I was younger and I would do the dishes and stuff for my parents, I always imagined like a scary movie. Specifically like something like Scream, to where like the person's like reflection is in the knife. Like what knife is that shiny? I mean, well, I don't know, maybe fancy knives are, I don't know. All right, so crosswise on a diagonal. I don't really know if I'm doing this right. Let us continue, shall we? My dream job, never sit in an office ever again. I really love traveling. That's one thing that this job has afforded me that I've realized that I love it. And this is gonna sound terrible, but I really like traveling alone. I think because, you know, as I said, I had kids early, so I didn't do like the adventure things. I did the adventures of diapers and the adventures of raising little kids and teaching them how to walk and talk and how to be normal human beings and not be maniacs, you know. But as far as like traveling and those kinds of things, I'm cutting very slowly so I don't cut myself because I keep looking up at you. So I know how to cut. I was actually in culinary arts for a couple years. Anyway, so I never got to do like the traveling adventure. So that's another thing that I would love. Traveling, people. You know what I was thinking, actually?
You know what I was thinking?
I used to really want to be a travel photographer. Photograph like people, like models and whatever, but travel, not like in a studio. That was like a kick I was on for a little while. Those are the things that I would think about when my kids were little. It's like, hey, you know, someday what could I do? Because obviously someday my kids are gonna be old enough to do their own thing, and I don't want to just be sitting like a rock. Sometimes when you are a Christian, you find yourself in these places where I think everybody finds themselves in these places, but Christians usually go at it differently, I guess you could say. My sister-in-law just said something funny to me the other day when I told her about my job. She said, you know, I think you guys will be fine. She's like, you guys do all kinds of crazy stuff and you always end up fine. And honestly, it's true, but it's because of God. Every single time we go after what we feel like God is saying, He blesses it, He covers it, everything's fine. Is it easy? No. It always ends up being something so amazing. So it's like, of course, this is gonna be hard. Just the fact that I'm gonna miss the leaders and the pastors that I work with. I'm not gonna get to talk to them every day. I'm not gonna get to help them. I'm not gonna get to see them at our events. Well, actually, I probably will, considering we're in that same area. So yes, I'm touching my hair and then I'm gonna touch food. I'm gonna wash my hands, okay? So yeah, I'll see them at those kinds of things, but it's gonna be different. I'm gonna miss working with my husband every day. Obviously, I'll still see him, but I won't get to work alongside of him for this. For the church, of course, for sure. That nothing will change there. I will miss having a reason to go to Concord because that is where my hairdresser is. That is where my eyebrow threader lady is. And that's where a lot of my friends are. So yeah, I'll still go there. I just won't go as often because it is a 2-hour ride. It's not like it's a short trip down the street. I'm cutting scallions right now and they're so strong and I'm starving and they're making me more hungry. Minced garlic. I just sounded like Phoebe when I said that.
Garlic.
Gochujang. I'm very excited for this. Very excited because I think this is gonna be a delicious meal. Frankly, any type of Asian cuisine, Japanese, Chinese, Thai, those are the only 3 I've ever had, but I love all of them. They're delicious. So I have to mince this garlic, and instead of using my hands, I'm gonna use my Pampered Chef garlic mincer. It's clean, it's just the finish has rubbed off. Because this thing is amazing. I love it. Now that I've been doing more plated meals, I've been getting whole cloves of garlic again. So back when I was a stay-at-home mom, I would cook all the time. And I would cook with fresh garlic because I knew I'd be cooking it. You know, having a job, your life is a little more unpredictable. And then with my daughter's sports and then my husband working, we have no idea when we're gonna be home to cook. So I stopped buying cloves of garlic because I didn't want them to go bad. So anyway, all that to say, I haven't been able to use my mincer, but now I do. But see, it leaves all of the, like the skin and stuff behind. And then what you get, some wonderfully minced garlic, which is great. Dog has chewed up a stick and has like distributed it all throughout the living room. So now there's like bark and who knows what else. Mince the garlic, heat half of the butter in a large high-sided pan. Oh, it says high-sided, and every single time I do it, it's never high-sided enough. So I end up like having no space to do anything. So I'm gonna try to find the highest high-sided pan I have. And I don't really have one. This is not what they're asking, but we're gonna go with it because why not? I can do whatever I want. I'm the chef. Next. This thing wants me using 3 pans, by the way. My daughter is gonna be so mad because she does the dishes. All right, heat half of the butter in a large high-sided pan over medium heat. When butter is foamy, add garlic and scallion whites and light greens. Okay, I gotta wait till the butter is foamy. So while we're waiting for the butter to get foamy, let's chat some more. So I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most with not having this job is being able to just be home in my home that we bought in September, and I really haven't been able to enjoy it and really make it my own, our own, whatever. You know, we have a guest room that I really want to make my first priority because this is a home where people are welcome. And in order to welcome people, you want to have a place for them to be. So that is going to be my first big project of my non-working self. Come on, butter, get foamy. While saucer, add boiling water. Huh? Oh, wow. You only cook the ramen noodles for 1 to 2 minutes. This is all they gave me. That's it. That's not enough for 4 people. It's definitely not enough for 5 people. So we'll see. I don't know. Oh my gosh, but these are the cutest little things ever. I have a very interesting contraption right here. You're on my tripod, which is on an upside down pot. So I am about to cook the ramen, but the directions says to take the ramen and separate it out on a clean, dry surface. So that's what I'm doing. For some reason, I always think ramen's gonna be hard and crusty, but this is very soft and malleable. I would venture to guess it's homemade at Plated. Is that really homemade? I guess it's only homemade if it's made in a home, right? What is that? So if anything's written on like a package somewhere and it says homemade, then they're liars, right? Unless it was made in like, you know, Grandma Maria's house. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just blabbering now. This is what happens when I cook. So generally I throw on YouTube, Friends, The Office, or whatever, kind of do my thing because I get very distracted when I cook, so I can't have anything I have to pay attention to. So doing a video right now while cooking is very interesting. And also I want to talk about the edamame that we got for this. Do you think they could have spared a little bit? I mean, I don't know. I feel like they could have put this in like 2 of these. This is gochujang sauce. But I feel like this could have fit in to save money on this big plastic thing. I'm excited about this meal, but I'm also a little nervous because my kids know about this meal and they're looking forward to it. This recipe wants me to fry eggs, but it didn't give me eggs. I have eggs, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because that's a little weird to have. Like for me, that's weird to have just like a fried egg. Hold on, let me show you again. To have this fried egg just sitting on top. Anytime I've had meals like this, it's always been where it's been like scrambled and then like mixed in. Ramen, add to boiling water and cook, stirring constantly to prevent sticking. All right, here's my ramen that's all separated. Stir it constantly. Constantly for 1 minute to 2 minutes. That's a long time. Never let it stop moving, never let it stop moving. Stir and drink, stir and drink.
Stir and drink, stir and drink, never let it settle.
I have a lot of Friends references today. I get 1 phone call and my whole plan turns upside down. I missed a very important part of this stupid recipe. It says when you drain the ramen noodles to save a cup of the water. Did I save a cup of the water? No, because my husband called me and I was talking and I was doing something. I told you, I get so distracted when I cook. So if I do anything else, it makes it so much worse. So now I am actually heating up a kettle with water and I'm gonna pour that into the drained ramen to get some of the starches out of the ramen so that I can reserve a cup. So we'll see if this works. I don't know. So I was all excited to try my lunch, the delicious lunch that I just made. And I hear a noise and it's my dog vomiting in the couch. Not just on the couch, but in the couch cushions. But I'm gonna eat first. Do you know why? Because if I deal with that, I'm not gonna be able to eat. And I just worked my butt off trying to make this. And I get to eat it with the most adorable present my daughter's ever given me. She came home the other day and brought me my own custom chopsticks. I eat with chopsticks all the time. That's the lie. I eat with chopsticks for every Asian food that I mentioned earlier because I like to. But they're like metal. So they're metal and I don't know if you can see it, but this is like plastic. They're mint green. They're a little shorter than most chopsticks, well, that I've used, you know. Let's see how this tastes. Ooh, the metal makes the food really slippery. The carrot tastes like a carrot. So let's see how some of these noodles taste. Okay, the gochujang sauce it's spicy. It gets on the back of your throat, but it tastes really good. I may need to add something, I just don't know what. Maybe some Thai chili sauce, like the sweet stuff. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna eat my lunch, but I wanted to conclude this very chaotic vlog. It is so spicy, my nose is literally running. Oh my gosh, my nose is running. And I had one bite. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing if you want to, and I will see you all real soon. Bye guys.